Now, one of the most surprising things when we continue to read the birth story of Jesus is this. We have just spent quite some time in Jesus' genealogy, and we saw that it ran all the way from David, from Abraham and David, and then down to Jacob, and then to Joseph, and then finally to Jesus. Now we learn all of that this is the family that Jesus came from, and then Matthew tells us, but actually Joseph is not even Jesus' real father. He says that his mother Mary was pregnant through the Holy Spirit, and we've looked at the idea of the virgin birth just a moment ago. But why, and that's the big question then, why does Matthew bother to give us 42 names, or 41 names, running all the way down to Jesus, then just to tell us, but actually it doesn't really matter? And the reason why we think it doesn't matter that much is because we continue to confuse the idea of a modern family tree with ancient biblical genealogy. And we've said earlier, they are not at all the same. A modern family tree tries to meticulously trace down your blood relations. A biblical genealogy tells a story, reminds you of the people that have gone before you. And it does another thing in this case, and that is mentioned here just in a little throwaway comment, where the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and says to him, Joseph, son of David. Now, this is a little clue as to why Matthew is bothering to tell us all about Joseph's family, just then to tell us that Jesus is not really related in the flesh to them. And that is because this title, Son of David, means nothing short of the right to rule. So whoever was a descendant of David would in some way have a claim to the throne of Israel. So the right to sit on the throne of David, the right to be the king of the Jews, came to Jesus through Joseph. So that is as soon as Joseph legally adopted Jesus as his son, Jesus inherited from him the right to the throne. It was a remote right because David's family wasn't sitting on the throne anymore. And as we know, Jesus didn't actually physically jump on the throne during his ministry. But it is very important to Matthew to highlight this fact that Jesus does come as a son of David, and all the prophecies that were given to David about his sons and his son sitting on the throne of Israel forever are finding their fulfillment in Jesus. And that's the reason why Matthew is running the genealogy through Joseph instead of through Mary, which is something he could have done, of course, instead, but he chose not to because it's not a modern family tree, it's a biblical genealogy.